Alright, this is kind of a hard video because this is my unique perspective on this situation as a fan. I am a fan of Geekdom101. I like his channel, his content, his Dragon Ball breakdowns. He's the one that got me introduced into the Super manga well after the show was over. And I was like, oh, this is a cool story breakdown of Granola and Moro and everything involved, like what's happening with this other storyline that we're not getting in the anime. And I thought he broke that down perfectly with the manga, and I enjoyed it. His panel coverage week to week on the Super manga was really fucking good. And I like his World of Geekdom channel, where he talks about the MCU, DC, you know, Marvel, comics, TV shows, horror movie shit. It's really good over there. This is a great content creator, whether it's like World of Geekdom or Geekdom101. He makes good shit. And he is involved in a giant controversy right now. And I get the blowback. It makes sense to me, even as a fan, even with my unique perspective on things. There was a guy named Truth DT, the Truth DT, whatever the fuck his name is. And he decided to call Geekdom out for leaking Dragon Ball Daima ahead of time. Dragon Ball Daima is the new Dragon Ball anime coming out in October. And clearly the villains are spoiled in the thumbnail. You can see them clear as day. You squint hard enough, you see them right there. So I would recommend not going over to that channel and checking that out because you're going to be spoiled. Whether it's in the titles, the thumbnails, the descriptions, this symptom of leak culture, spoiler culture, being first, people wanting that dopamine hit for being the first one and having the crowds flock to their videos, it's been around since the dawn of time. Geekdom has been doing spoilers even before this, because I think he spoiled Cobra Kai, but I was the one that was like interested in looking for it anyway, so that's kind of my dumbass fault. But still, you know, he did this before, and he did it with Dragon Ball on a larger level, and Dragon Ball is like big, it's not released, people are gonna be pissed. The thing with leak culture and spoiler culture and being first is that there's positives to you, the creator, and then there's negatives. The positive is that you were first. You're the one that broke the information. You broke the story. You're getting the fame and glory. Like, most people are gonna flock to you because you're the first one that had credibility to break it. So you're gonna get maximum attention. It's gonna be like, oh, this is the dude that broke Dragon Ball. This is the dude that broke a release date, etc. And you're gonna get that maximum exposure because that's how breaking news stories and breaking, you know, ideas and spoilers and story details, that's how it works on YouTube. If you're the first one, you get rewarded handsomely. However, as a viewer, I can also see someone saying, this guy spoils things, he leaks things out, I'm looking forward to the show, this movie or this game or something like that is unreleased, I'm going to unsubscribe. I totally am fine with people, you know, having that opinion as well. There's two other content creators I want to use as an example. Broken Games HD. Now, I think this guy, I like Geekdom, but I think Broken Games HD is a fucking idiot. He was playing Evil Within 2. Nobody ever seen the final boss. Nobody. They didn't spoil it in trailers. They never showed her. Nobody seen it. What does Broken Games HD do? He says, oh, if you seen the final boss and it was spoiled, that's not my problem. Motherfucker, what? Okay, that's not my problem. Motherfucker, what? You spoiled the final boss and nobody ever seen it before. They have the right to be pissed at you. And then he tried to make this weird, idiotic comparison saying that, well, they showed the devil in Cuphead. The devil was in Cuphead. So it's like the same thing. Nobody complained about that. Motherfucker, they showed the devil in the beginning of Cuphead, and he was in the trailers. And I think Cuphead is called something like, oh, the devil's inside or whatever. I forgot that the devil is something like, the title is the devil himself is involved into the story, and they showed him first. All right, that's not the same thing as a hidden character, a hidden enemy, a hidden mechanic, or a hidden like game element being displayed and nobody has seen it up until this point. Another example, Random Black Gamer. Now, I kind of fucked with Random Black Gamer in the past. He was cool. We talked, it was fine, but I had to unsubscribe because he kept spoiling Devil May Cry 5. I was like, okay, I can't do it because, man, I want the spoilers to be mitigated. I want to play this game for myself and experience it. Like I said, leak culture has a positive to the creator for being first, and it has a negative to the viewer, the subscriber, the community member looking forward to something, because if you're randomly fucking spoiled with the thumbnail, the title, the video title, anything like that of the sort, you're gonna be kind of upset. You're gonna be kind of mad about that. I don't think Geekdom ever should have did this. You should have just let Daima, you know, marinate, or maybe you should have done it in a way where it could have been a thumbnail that didn't have the antagonist spoiled in there, or maybe like, you know what I did? I said there was leaks, and everybody does leaks. Like, I'm not gonna shit on you if you do leaks or anything of that nature, if you manage to keep them discreet. And the reason I say that in a nuanced style is because you could easily say, oh, exclusive story, exclusive scoop. You don't have to like put the characters in there. You don't have to put the names in there. You know what I'm getting at, right? You don't have to do any of that and spoil the community. Just have a subtitle that is non-spoilers and you're good to go. Like I was talking about Insomniac Games and the whole data leak they had. I didn't show anything worthwhile, I believe, in that video. I just said, hey, I'm talking about the leak. Here's a little thumbnail. Here's the title, but everything contained in the video has a spoiler warning at the beginning, and I just go into it after that. I don't show anything outwardly to my audience and make them upset. If I'm playing a game and doing a playthrough, then I'm going to not show the final boss. It's going to be a generic thumbnail. It is a respect to the community and the viewer at the time. If you're following along and you are on a part at the end and it says final and you spoil yourself, that's the fault of the person. That's their fault. They clicked on the video at that point and you concealed it as best as you could. Other people, they don't do that shit, and it's kind of a reason why they do it. Sometimes, you know, with leak culture, if you're the first, like, you want to entice people to click on the thumbnail immediately. I'm sorry, but that's kind of how it works. You want them to click on it ASAP and be like, oh, okay, oh shit. Even if you're angry, like, you clicked on the video. But it's not fair to people who waited this long, and I kind of see why people are upset. And not only that, it's like, it's Akira Toriyama's last work, right? It's a lot of respect to him because he just passed away. So I see why you either want to keep that under wraps or keep that like on the low ball or something. You know, you can make your bread and shit like that, but I just wish people didn't throw like leaks and spoilers out into the open. It's very hard to be excited for something in 2024 because it's all over the fucking place. Like, dude, wait till Secret Wars comes out for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you don't see that movie like day zero, it's gonna be all over the fucking place, and the only thing you can do is like completely go caveman on the internet. It's the only thing you can do because everyone's gonna be trying to be the first one to get that dopamine hit and spoil the fuck out of the movie, and it's gonna be all over the algorithm. People you follow, everything. People just do this and it sucks. But there could be a little bit more respect involved with hiding said spoilers and getting away with it. But that's not enticing to the idea of leak culture. That's why I hate leak culture, because nothing is safe. You see spoilers right in front of your face. You either have to stay off the internet forever in that subsection, in that community, or you have to not care, not give a fuck, be desensitized. And that sucks too. It sucks across the board. I will say something, I will say this. Could he have done a better job? Absolutely. There's no mistaking it. This situation could have been handled way better. Do I think the guy calling him out, the Truth DT, do I think he's any better as well? No. He also is part of leak culture and leak thumbnails and leak spoilers and Dokkan Fest leaks, fucking VJump leaks, all that stuff is on his channel, right? He's no better. He contributes to this growing machine of leak culture. It's like, bro, come on now. It's like the pot calling the kettle black, which I don't understand. And I don't think anybody should be someone that is driven away from the community due to leaks, but I see it happening all the time. Spoilers, leaks. Some people just don't keep a lid on it. They don't, because they want that exposure. And I don't think that Geekdom is a racist. Some people are calling him racist for saying like the soft NA word, the saying the word, that we black people have claimed a lot, that a Puerto Rican or Mexican or whatever is saying that word, but it's just like, I don't think he's a racist unless he says like the hard ER at the end. I think people are kind of trying to say, now it's my time to cancel this guy. And that's what people kind of do on X. I'm sorry. I have to sort of agree with Geekdom. There are people that will cancel you for any small ass little fucking thing there is. And it's not even the worst thing in the world, dude. It's like, let's get the real fucking PDF files up out of here. Let's get those people up out of here. Let's not have folks sucking fucking Dr. Disrespect's cock or something like that. Let's get those real predators out of here, as opposed to just saying, oh, this guy's a racist, blah blah blah. I know he made like a predator joke, Geekdom, but I think he was just joking. I don't think he's a real predator like Dr. Disrespect or anything like that, or people who actually went out of their way to inappropriately talk to minors. Like, come on, bro. But is there improvements that could be made? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. I don't think he should have said that about Daima had a release just because I'm an insider, I have the information needed, blah blah blah. But are there people trying to cancel for a small little thing here or there? He said the N-word, let's get him. It's like, all right, bro. Like, even I'm not offended by any of that shit, and I'm black, so it's like I don't think he's an actual racist whatsoever. Stuff like that. You gotta look in between the lines, find the real issues, and go from there, as opposed to making up a bunch of fucking random assumptions. And X is not a great place to talk about stuff anyway on there. I think that site is a flaming dumpster fire, so of course it's gonna be dog day heaven, right? But he could have done better in this situation, and I hope he learns his lesson. And I hope if he has an exclusive story, he decides to cover it up, censor it, and have the actual story in there with the spoiler warning, and I think it'll be fine. It'll be not a big deal. I don't like when spoilers are like out in the open either. I get why people do them, but does it make it right to your community members and your people who actually don't want to be spoiled on a show they haven't seen yet? No, it's not right. It's not right at all. But that is my final assessment on Geekdom101 and the big leak culture, spoiler culture at large. It's definitely an underlying situation. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. The only thing I can guarantee at this point is that I will not participate in a lot of leak or spoiler culture unless I have to. But at the same time, I'm always conscious of like big game spoilers, big anime spoilers. I don't let it be known in the thumbnails or titles. I just will say something like exclusive information, big news, spoilers, spoiler alert, spoiler cast, because at that point, if you click on the video, that's kind of your fault. At that point, if it says spoiler cast and it says spoiler video and you click on it despite the preview not showing spoilers and you keep watching past the spoiler alert, you spoil yourself. That's your fault. All right. At that point, there is some user like sort of interaction there where they tip the line over spoilers. Like, I don't like those people either, where something says spoiler title, spoilers present, not showing the spoilers, but they click on the video anyway and then they complain about being spoiled. Motherfucker, you spoiled yourself. I don't like that either. I think that's also shit. You spoiled yourself. So if I did my best to hide them, you continue watching, you spoil yourself, that is your fault by that point. And I think that's what people should do. Like, don't show anything, but if someone complains and you show like the bare minimum, that's their problem. All right. That's their fault. It's like, yeah, that's your fault now, motherfucker. Like, yeah, I get that point too. So hopefully people who enjoy Dragon Ball Daima still enjoy it despite this, but I could totally see unsubscribers happening if you just completely leak stuff and spoil stuff. You gotta expect that with the territory. It happens, chief. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Later.